actively seeking new members. Janice, as you know, in Toastmasters, the charter size is 20 members. We like to hover around 20 members because that gives us enough people to take on just one role in a Toastmaster meeting. So we have discussed this. We got approval from the club on October 9th to move on ahead with an open house. And I want to just let you all know before I hand out the flyers what else I've done in preparation for this meeting. A couple of days ago, I had a news release which contains this basic information, and I emailed them to the Blythewood Chronicle and to the Voice, which is also a Blythewood newspaper. These are weekly newspapers, and they each have community sections. So what we're offering to the community, as well as people who work here, an opportunity to do a lunch and learn, and because we're serving lunch, we can also call this a taste of Toastmasters. Cool. We know that if we put out food, that people will come, but our main purpose is to introduce people, newcomers, who perhaps have some experience with Toastmasters, as you do, Janice, but most of whom will have, in a lot of cases, never even heard the word Toastmasters, much less know what we try to achieve in Toastmasters. So that news release does give that information, the time, the location, which does have the street address for people who can put that in their GPS and find it, who have never been on this campus. And so it is thorough. So Bernie has kindly agreed to accept those emails or phone calls and keep track of who is pre-registering. There's a little caveat that we do not guarantee a lunch unless people actually call in and pre-register, because we don't want people to walk in here, grab a sandwich, chips, and a cookie and walk out. We want people to stay and listen. And from 12 to 1, in most cases, is enough to have a full program. However, we will be serving lunch and meeting people and making them feel comfortable. So what we're going to do in this program is simply provide one speaker I will be generally coordinating it with a prologue about what we do in each meeting. We will have one speaker, and Bernie has kindly agreed to do that speech. It's a 5 to 7 minute speech. And then I am going to evaluate that speech to demonstrate feedback. And then after that, I will introduce Robert, and I'm trusting that Jimmy will be here, or we will recruit someone else who is a member or who has some Toastmaster experience to come up, and Robert will be the tabletop expander and present one question. So we will have a sample of three main elements. We'll have table topics, a formal speech, and an evaluation. During that time, I will be introducing everyone and including fillers to explain to people why we do this at every meeting. There's no meeting like this anywhere in the world besides Toastmasters, because if you tell people it's a meeting, they'll think, oh, somebody's going to stand up here and yak at me for 2 hours, then I'll go home, take the booklet and put it in my desk drawer. I'm never going to look at it again. The power of Toastmasters is that you have the opportunity on a regular basis to come together in a group and practice skills that you want to improve your life, to improve your career, to improve your communication with other human beings. So, of course, at the end of the meeting, we will have, and Bernie again, and I'm sure with Robert's help, have agreed to put out member packets, information about joining, other information about Toastmasters. And each person attending will get that, and we'll do a sales pitch to encourage those people to join to get the full benefits of Toastmasters. So, is there anything else that we need to add to the program? Anybody have a suggestion? Because we have until the night before, because that's how I operate, to put together the program. So if you think of anything, please contact me. Let's see, you two have my email address.
Yeah.
Janice, I'll give you my card with my email address, because particularly since you were active with a group on the other side of the continent, you may have some ideas or some thoughts that we never thought of. So please, we would value your input if you think of anything that you think would improve the presentation. Now, we come to the flyer. I did complete the flyer last night. I decided we did not need two. Originally, we had talked about having one for internal, for the employees here, and one for external, people in the community. Well, the information is still basically the same. The only thing that I thought of adding was the room number, which would change the poster. But Bernie, you can either leave an automated message, or if you pick up the phone, just tell people what room number it is. And Robert, if you could confirm that room number as soon as
Can we
possible.
this one, you think?
Yeah, in general.
EBC, this is what D?
Oh, EBCD, yeah.
Okay.
And people, of course, who come from outside will come into this building and stop at the receptionist area. So we don't need to give outside people the room number.
Right.
We also need to have another member, just to keep things flowing, pretty much standing out there until the meeting starts, so that we can greet individuals, because we have an employee of this business has to be down there anyway. The day of, I'll get back in touch with you two, and we'll talk about, I've already got pricing. I'm putting together the budget, because we did agree that we would pay for this, and the charge is going to be really nominal. It's not going to be that expensive to serve refreshments. And so I'll be coming in early that day, and again, I'll confirm with you all, because I'm going to order and pay. We're going to have Subway sandwiches,
Okay.
and we're going to have the big ones, not the big ones.
Right.
'Cause that's a waste of money. But I'm going to cut each into 4 pieces.
Yeah.
So everyone just has a quick
Sure,
light
sure.
lunch. I found 50-cent chips instead of dollar bag chips, so that saves it too. And I was thinking of just bringing one of my roller carts with ice and
Okay.
water and apple juice.
Okay.
Just give people those 2 choices. And anyway, I've got a menu in mind, and it's going to be very simple, but something that will allow people to defer on their lunches and come eat lunch with us. It provides some fellowship. And so I went ahead and I printed a few, and I did email, didn't I?
Yes, I got
because
it.
because I had to send you a corrected version of this. But what I want to do is, right now, and excuse me, I am leaving the lectern. Bye-bye, Mr. Lectern. This is what we're going to have posted in the building. And Bernie shared something with me last week, which I think is terrific. He's going to email this poster to, I believe, is it the President's Administrative Assistant or Human Resources?
Oh, Robert was gonna do that
Oh, Robert.
to Vivian, is it?
Yes. 'Cause
What,
I
Robert?
know I can do it at least definitely tomorrow. Cause technically I need to head out in 5 minutes or less right now. Cause technically I'm on vacation day. Gotta go take a Microsoft exam
Oh, right.
on the other side of town. but I know I can definitely.
I can email it, Vivian Benefield or
Mhm.
whatever, okay.
And she's on the cube that you sit in on the first row.
Yeah,
She's
I
at the
already,
end of.
she already took my picture today, yeah,
Oh yeah,
for my new ID.
yeah. Can
Now, my understanding is that Vivian will email this poster to every employee in
Right.
this building,
yes.
which is a real plus. So we'll have these where they can be posted in the building, plus everyone is going to get an email about this.
All right.
Now, as I said, Bernie will get the responses, and Bernie, I've got your, does everyone have one of these, or
Yeah.
did
Oh,
I
yes,
forget
ma'am.
to hand them out to you?
We got 'em.
Okay. Bernie has, again, kindly agreed to field all the email registrations, and I also put in his telephone